Wagwan, guys.
What's good?
Welcome to or welcome back to Mission Accomplished.
Where are
podcast. We? Showcase the lives of those who have accomplished like a lot.
A lot.
Have you ever noticed that there are those people who say like as a space bar? Like you see the way you can space words, like they just say like that. Like they say I went to the supermarket and I got yeah, they use it too much. Anyways, we have a very special guest today.
Special guests only.
That is the one rule that we have on our podcast.
Yes.
And also be yourself. Anyways, let us introduce ourselves instead of us doing all the yapping/talking.
Hi, my name is Esther Kazungu. I am a digital activist, actor, and content creator. And I'm happy to be here.
I have a joke. Mm-hmm. What music do fish like to listen to?
I don't know.
Anything catchy.
No one got that.
That was such a joke.
I know. that was
I have
a
another
terrible joke.
I have another
I
joke.
thought the answer would be clickbait or something. I don't know.
I have another joke. How do you make holy water? Boil the hell out of it.
I was close. I was close.
Yeah, she got the joke, guys.
Could you tell us a bit more about yourself?
That's such a difficult question.
Okay.
I usually need to Google. Anyway, my childhood maybe?
Yes.
That's fine.
That was actually what I was going to.
Okay. So I grew up in South Sea. So these are very familiar areas.
You're a Canairo human.
Yes. And I grew up in a family of 7. It was my 2 parents grew up in what is it called?
A normal house.
Ooh, what are you trying to say? So we're my 2 parents and my 4 older siblings. I was the last born, and for the better part, I feel like it was just non-chaotic. Like my parents said, and we did. However, I was the rebel. I used to question, like, so why me? Like we're 4, like we're 5. Why me? So I always felt like the odd one out, the black sheep. Which seeing how agreeable my siblings were, I thought that's how the world is, and I got the shock of my life. So it was very difficult for me to deal with, conflict and people not agreeing with me. But I'm working on that through therapy. Yes.
Cool.
That's interesting.
Anyways, do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I love dancing a lot.
That's
What's
interesting.
What's your favorite
Don't
song
make
to
me
dance
dance,
to?
though. Don't make me dance.
I'm just asking what your favorite song
Anything
to dance to.
danceable. Currently, my favorite music genre is urban tune. So, yeah, every time in the
What's
shower,
that?
that's. Ooh. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain it honestly, but it's catchy music. It's just really catchy
You
music.
see that music that you like here? I like. Okay, why am I using like?
I think the fish would like it.
Oh, because it's catchy.
Yeah.
You see that music that when you go to maybe a restaurant, then they just play like it's free tone. How do I explain this?
That's soft music. You know the thing I've just analyzed? Like, I don't understand those people who sing songs that do not have words. Like, they're just there. Like, listen to the song. You don't have to sing it if it doesn't have words. Not to those guys who sing pong. It's for listening to. If you don't know what they're saying, then do not sing.
Yeah, so dancing and traveling. This is a newfound hobby. I'm
Guys,
just trying to get the money to
traveling
do
is
this
so
hobby
fun.
a lot.
What has been your favorite destination so far?
Wow, I'm limited. But I've gone to Diani and that was fun. I want to go to Bali because my friend has been there. The farthest I've gone is like outside the country is Arusha. And it wasn't even a holiday. It was like a work thing. So it was not
I
really...
went for my one of my relatives' weddings there, and then I also went for a tournament.
I wish I could contribute to this conversation,
I can't
but I
relate.
can't relate. I'm so sorry.
He's gone to Thailand, Dubai, and you'll never guess how.
Oh, so
It was all through debate. It was all through
Yeah,
debate.
out here. Okay.
It's good at arguing when it comes to specific topics.
That's nice.
But it's not a specific topic.
No, when it comes to logical topics. When it comes to
just the boys' topics, it's actually a heated debate. Like, there's no definite winner.
Yeah, like when it comes to football debates.
Especially before podcasts, when there's an interesting topic to talk about. Tell us your favorite part of your job as content creator / digital activist / actor.
I love that.
I get all of them.
Yes, you got all of them. Okay, those are different favorite things. So when it comes to content creating, I love that I can do that from home.
Because in a moment, they could all.
Can the previous speaker please withdraw the word anarchy?
I get to spend time with my daughter, who is very, very young. So I get to see her milestones. I get to really see her grow. It doesn't keep me from seeing these milestones, and it doesn't keep me away from her. So that's my favorite thing about content creation.
Could you tell us about your worst, most challenging moment?
I can't call it a moment, but let me say a phase. And that is this whole period where I was really in my head, always thinking about, what will people say before I do anything?
I thought you went emo or something.
No, in my head, in terms of like just always thinking about what will people say before I do something, which can be very crippling and was crippling to my career. So right now is when I'm slowly getting out of it, and I can't wait to see how I operate in a way, like how further my career will get now that I'm not so cautious about what will people say, how will they think of me.
I used to have that fear before I got into public speaking, debating and stuff like that. So I have a philosophy. You know the way when you're talking and then now someone looks at you weirdly, or someone looks at you and then you look at them. Just look at them and make a strong point, and they'll be the one to look away. If you look away,
at their forehead,
it works.
or eyebrows.
If you are the one to look away, then it makes you a wimp.
Not necessarily, but it just like lowers
Your aura.
not aura. Not this guy. It lowers your, like, say for example, I can be talking to Esther right now, and then I'm talking to her, and then I feel like she's like has a very, like, the environment is very firm. So me as Lem, I need to like own like the conversation, so that like if you're sitting there, because people can just look firm, like people can just, but then what if inside, like deep inside, they are really fun, like Mark Masai. Watch that episode.
Who I have met too.
Wow, we did that live.
Are you there at the Africa Media Festival?
But no, I wasn't. But
Did you get were you invited?
Well, I went for the first one. I've not gone for the other ones after.
You should meet up.
Yeah.
And then we interview you there.
Okay,
Online.
I'll make a point.
Yes.
Okay.
So, considering your worst phase or challenge, if your younger self was to come to the you right now, maybe by younger self, maybe like 15-year-olds, if they were to come to the you right now, how would they react to the progress that you've made so far in content creation and stuff like that?
They would be 15-year-old, to give some context. 15-year-old me was in Form 1, and 15-year-old me was timid and not so confident and wanting to fit in, but also very determined to be in the popular clubs. So I don't even know how I worked and balanced out that timidity and being determined. So 15-year-old me looking at me now will be so impressed, because she probably thought the being in the popular clubs would end in high school. So to see that she went ahead and carved a niche for herself and became popular even outside high school, and she has international recognition from guys from South Africa and guys, one person from the US. okay, I don't know, maybe there are many, but this one person, Octavia Spencer, kind of commented on one of my TikToks. I mean, she'd be proud. She'd be
so
very,
cool.
very proud. Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so how do you balance your personal, like, activities or hobbies such as dancing with your work?
I don't think I've figured out the balancing part. Because for example, sometimes I feel like I am working more than I'm spending time with my daughter, for example. So I don't think I have that figured out. However,
Yeah.
I do go for dancing. Okay, I've just started going back on Saturdays because a friend of mine has a dance studio in Westy. So I want to do that more often so that it's like there's one day of the week I am spending time because I'm working all week. So that's that. So at least I need to know on Saturdays I've put it aside for dancing.
What do you call a bad situation involving a cat?
Probably won't get this joke.
Catastrophe.
Yeah. First guest to answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need a medal. Like you
Yes.
guys need to go figure
We're
out.
gonna
We'll
get you a
make you
medal.
one.
We'll get you a trophy.
And also, by
Yes.
the way, guys, you still haven't sent us our questions
Yeah.
or guest suggestions, and it's hurting us, man.
Or you probably have anyway.
And also, we need, if you want to suggest something about the show, like something we can be doing, please do.
If you were to meet one person who you've always wanted to meet, or talk to one person who you've always wanted to talk to, who would that be?
I've met some, but there's more, of course. One of them is a member of parliament from South Africa. His name is Nguyiseni Ndlozi. And he's so ungovernable. And I just love how passionate he is about tabling whatever issues they are going through in South Africa. So, yeah.
Ungovernable in the government.
Yes.
How ironic. Now, for the most important question in the whole podcast. What advice would you give to people who would like to be in the content creating space / acting / digital activism?
Those are kind of tricky questions.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start with content creation. Just do it. That's
Nike.
one. Just do it. Start with whatever phone you have, because if you're gonna wait for I want to have an iPhone or a camera to start, you're never gonna start, because
a
you'll
Katululu
always
count.
be making excuses. Even when you get the camera, you're gonna make an excuse. Oh, I need a microphone. Then you get the microphone. Oh, I need a nice space. So just start where you're at. You always, because
Yeah.
if you don't, you're always gonna be making
Even with that
excuses.
Katululu.
Start. Those are the ones that are going viral on TikTok. So start, yes. And then let's go to acting. Go for a lot of auditions. You will get so many no's for sure, but one day you'll get a yes. And when you get that yes, put your best foot forward. And by best foot, I don't mean the acting, but also the
Workload.
work ethic. Yes, not the work ethic.
Yeah.
Like being on time, being very good at listening to instructions and directions, respecting other people's time.
Yeah.
Emotional
And
awareness.
and just when somebody's trying to help you, receive the help and don't take it as an attack, take it as guidance. And then the last one is digital activism. Now that's a tough one. Even me, I want somebody to advise me, but that's a difficult one. That's one. For that journey, you'll need a lot of mental support, because everything that's happening in the country is a lot. It is so much, and it can be very draining. So you will need a lot of mental support, and even just from your friends, family, or even a professional, like a therapist.
Could you elaborate more on online activism? Because you just go to like leaders online and just tell them, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It doesn't even have to be you going to leaders. It can be even you educating your followers about what's happening in the country. Because for the most part, by the way, the things that happen are heavy, and some people don't understand it until someone comes to break it down for them. So it can also involve just doing your research and, looking for sources that are credited to be able to now break down the information to your followers. It doesn't have to be specific, specifically telling people don't vote for this person. I can come and tell you this is how you can choose somebody to vote for by looking at what they've done in the past. They were in office at a certain place at a certain docket. Let's say it was Ministry of Roads and whatever. What legacy did they leave while they were in term? You get or an MP somewhere. What did they do? So I won't tell you the MP to vote for. I will guide you on what to look at before you go out and vote.
That's interesting. I should go and look at that. Someday I'll vote. Someday. Yeah.
Good things have to come to an end.
Yeah. So, any last remarks?
No, I don't have. I've said everything I need to say.
That's good.
But yeah, just do it, guys. Just go out and be the best you can be.
Yeah.
Remember to send in your suggestions for guests. And if you see us somewhere, say hi. We don't bite unless we have to.
And by the way,
Where can we find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms, Esther Kazungu. I use my own names. I love them. And yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, that's it for the podcast for today.
Let's say bye in sync. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
We are Mtoto News, a digital platform that empowers children. We curate and create engaging content about and by children. Through audio, video, writing, and infographics, we believe children should be players, not spectators. Through child-led research, we amplify young voices, shaping policies and programs. To partner or donate, send an email to info@mtotonews.com or call 0705855258. Mtoto News, making children visible.